What up, Jake?
What up, Logan?
Welcome back,
Welcome, peoples.
people of the nation.
People of the Midiot world. How are you all? Here we are again.
Back on a rooftop.
Another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. You guys didn't know, but we weren't going to stop. We're just going to keep going.
Keep the party moving.
What are we doing here?
We have to debut we don't have to, we get to. We get to debut a song.
It's actually a choice. Wow.
What
song are we debuting today?
Get Around It.
Get around it, get around it, get around it, get around it. That's the name of the song.
Ready for it?
I'm ready for it. Roll it.
What happened to me? Different tonight. What I believe thrown to the side into the moonlight. Help me get around it, get around it, get around it. Help me get around it. Who'd have trust I never found it. Help me get around it, get around it, get around it. Help me get around it to the dust I'm ever pounded. Don't wanna feel the pain, yeah. Help me work it out. Feels numb like Novocaine, yeah. I'm not slowing down. Time not stolen, what keeps going round. Yeah, I'm not slowing down. I feel complete. Nothing to hide, unleashed and free. I took a jump, free fall into the sky. I just want a good time. Help me get around it, who'd have trust I never found it. Help me get around it, when I'm two steps from impounded. Don't wanna feel the pain, yeah. Pour this boy around. Feels numb like Novocaine, yeah. I'm not slowing down. Time not stolen, world keeps going round. Yeah, I'm not slowing down. Don't wanna feel the pain, yeah. Help me work it out. Too late to stop this train, yeah. I'm not slowing down. Time not stolen, what keeps going round. I'm not slowing down.
Sick.
Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
That song always reminds me of like sort of a carnival feel at one spot in it, which is, I don't know if that was intended,
Yeah.
but
No, it was not intended, but I know what you mean. It's got sort of like that merry-go-round sort of soundtrack. Sort of like a creepy... I like to think it's kind of creepy sounding, like a creepy carnival sound.
whenever I can't help but whenever I hear that song, think about when we were in Montana in the little tiny house working on it.
It was, it was a pretty, what was it, a tiny house? It was like a 2-story, it was relatively small.
We met
house.
some friends at an event that we played at that let us drive out to the middle of Montana, Norris, Montana,
Norris, Montana.
and work on music for a week inside their
That's right.
little house with their dog,
It
Jax.
was so lit. It was dope. No, but for real. It was super sick. They just said, yeah, come on up. You can live in this house for a long time and make music. And this is one of the songs that Logan and I were able to get finished for the most part while we were up there.
I don't know if we finished it, but we spent a lot of
You
time
don't have
on
to
it.
tell everybody. You don't have to tell everybody that took us 3 years or something.
There was a. Do you remember that glass? There was a glass room there. A glass.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Kind of like a. I don't know what you'd call that. Like an indoor garden space.
Yeah, but with no garden.
Yeah, it was like a greenhouse. It was like a glass style greenhouse style thing.
Greenhouse
There's
minus
probably,
the greens.
There's probably an actual name for those.
Yeah, that was cool. That was. We've done a couple of different songwriting trips, but that one was that one was maybe the most glorious and epic.
Pretty magical, fantastical experience. Remember the dog? Remember Jax?
Yeah.
God, that dog was so
Remember his
dope.
His tail looked like a little intense boner.
It was like just like a constant erected, like
A full
tail. His hair was super short, hypoallergenic. He was a German short hair pointer. Is a German short hair pointer, which actually consequently ended up being the kind of dog that I want to get because of Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really like to. I mean, I'm probably not going to get one for a long time because I need lots of space, which he had. He had an infinite amount of space just to run around out there and be a dog.
Yeah,
Which is what you really need if you're going to have an athletic dog, I think. You can't just keep that shit in a place. locked
Absolutely.
up.
No, the area of land that they had was insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect... I mean, I would love to live there, personally, myself, too, because I like open space.
Would you, though? I don't know if I'd love to permanently live out there.
Only if I had an arseload of money and could also have a house in the city somewhere and like get around places. Maybe if I was like, you know, CEO of a big company style rich or something.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, we have. We have talked about this
Where
before.
would you
That's
want to
right.
live? I remember that.
Oh, I don't... well, I know now where I'm going to ultimately end up.
Where's
I
that?
told you this, didn't I tell you where this was?
Nope.
A special place. It's not in America.
Okay.
It's in the Caribbean. It's called St. Kitts.
Okay.
I was talking a lot about it at my going away party many months
Going
ago.
array?
You know what? You can, that's fine. Go ahead. Make fun of the way I say things.
Just
I
saying
deserve it. I just had a monster.
Just calling it the
You
way
and
it
I-
is.
Yeah, I know. That's fair enough. At my going array party at Chevy's in Emeryville, I had all my friends come and...
What were you going away to?
Oh, this was a long, long time ago, right before I moved from the Bay Area to come down here to LA,
Oh,
which is where we are right now. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we had a little party.
Come up and get some dough balls.
That's right. Walked up to the tortilla machine, spinning around. I saw some, because I worked at that Chevy's in Emeryville while we were at college. That was my job as a server, as a waiter. And I saw some people still working there. What was it? Maybe
That's a beautiful
8 or 9 years
thing.
later, just, you know, they didn't recognize me, but I recognized them. Did not remember their names. Did not say anything to them. I wish I had.
Hey,
But-
I have a good story around that Chevy's.
Yeah, what's up?
When we were living together in Berkeley.
Yeah.
There was one time where I think you vanished for a couple of days. And I remember I got really, really concerned.
What do you mean I vanished? I know what you mean, but tell the people.
I couldn't get a hold of you on the phone
Yes.
or in person.
I don't know what to say. Sometimes I just kind of drop out for a second. You know, like the phone just isn't as important all of a sudden, and you just need some time alone. But that wasn't what was happening. I was just being a little cooter.
I thought you got abducted or something.
Yeah, I know.
And so I remember.
It wasn't Chevy's, by the way. I'll tell you what it was. It was a
yeah,
different restaurant.
yeah. Different restaurant.
Yeah.
Restaurant near Chevy's.
It was Skates on the Bay.
Yeah, that's right.
Skates on the Bay.
Okay, the story still applies. I remember I think I called there
Yep.
to try to find you.
Yeah, I remember when I showed up for work.
And I think I went there actually to the location to try to find you.
Yep.
That Skylar
You
died.
went there physically? I didn't know that.
I feel like I did.
No, I don't think you did. I know you did for sure call because when
Better
I showed
story.
up.
Better story.
Yeah, you showed up in a panic, bro.
Yeah.
In a fucking panic. Just like, where's my friend? No, I remember I walked in and I walked in and my hiring manager or whatever, the floor manager, whatever his name is, I can't remember. Was like, yeah, this guy was calling for you. Like, his name's Logan. He's worried about you. And I looked at my phone and saw that I had
1,800 messages.
200 missed text messages and a bunch of voicemails. Not all from you.
It's me.
Yeah, but not dead yet. Still,
Nope.
still kicking.
No, not yet. We haven't actually.
Still having going array parties.
I forgot. We haven't said where we are for the people that are only
yeah.
listening.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
18,000 of you. God, that's so impressive.
That is. Wow.
Doesn't that feel good?
Does feel nice. That's a kind of big number.
Just feels empowering.
Yeah.
Well, we're downtown.
Important.
We're in the Arts District downtown in Los Angeles, California.
Which is properly pronounced Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty cool. I love the skyline down here.
I love it here.
It's very epic amongst with the mountains. I never see that perspective, the downtown area against the mountains.
Oh, you can see the mountains right now, can't you?
No, not really from right here.
No, you cannot. You cannot. But there are some mountains nearby.
We saw, you can see them from
that. When
right
you can
angle.
see them, sometimes during the year they're covered in snow. I didn't realize that when I moved down here. I didn't know there was going to be some snow in La La Land. But I was pleasantly surprised to, when it was raining a lot back in, I don't know when that was, when I moved, January of 2019. It was raining like crazy. Remember that?
Yeah, lots of
snow.
rain.
Anyways.
Well, tell me about your hat.
Oh, this?
Mm-hmm.
This is it's a character from a beloved TV show.
We have a yellow hat with a dog face. It looks like
Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Yeah.
He's one of the main stars of the show, of the cartoon, that is.
Really?
Yeah, he's a dog, but it's kind of complicated. I won't get too far into it. I'm sure you would love it, though. It's a really funny show.
I've seen the show.
Just smoke some jazz cabbage and sit back and watch a silly cartoon. I think it's a really good one. Jake is the co-star. Finn the human, and Jake the dog. And it's like, apparently, I didn't know this many months or years watching the show, but there's actually like a story to it. Because you know how like back in the day.
To the show?
To the show. There's
That's
actually
shocking.
it kind of is, because when you're watching SpongeBob or something when we were a
Yeah.
little bit younger and we were watching that, every episode kind of ties into each other, but not really. Like it could just be like all of a sudden SpongeBob is this guy.
Sure,
all of a sudden
sure.
this is happening. But in Adventure Time, there is an underlying story that you don't really know. A thread. Thank you. A thread that ties everything together, and at the end you get to experience that, which is really cool.
Strangely enough, I have not gotten into even SpongeBob yet in this life. Not in this life yet.
Sorry, what?
Hey, I've been saving it. I'm going to get to experience it for the first time.
I quit the band.
I've seen a couple.
I don't want to be in this band anymore.
It's okay.
I didn't realize you didn't like SpongeBob.
A SpongeBob collab.
We should get you into some SpongeBob.
I need to.
Some classic SpongeBob.
Well,
not too recent stuff. It's okay.
I got into Rick and Morty like within the last year, which is pretty awesome.
Rick and Morty's great. I mean, it's very different, obviously.
Sure.
Different vibes.
SpongeBob's much more of a silly goose time.
Yeah, silly goose time. Exactly. That's right. You just But I mean, I discovered it when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
all times were silly goose times.
Yeah, I've seen episodes here and there, but I've never sat down and really taken
Want
it
some
all
Monster?
in. Yeah, I'll have a Monster sap. I remember when we were on tour many moons ago, we were given unlimited Monster.
We were given a forklift plat of Monster beverages.
And
This brand or this flavor. This is why I always buy this flavor, the blue one.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the one.
It's low calorie. It's not calorie free. It is low sugar, low calorie, but it's. I mean, they're all super gross. But this is the one I always get because of when we were on tour.
Well, at least we now have those taco bucks to Taco Bell. Taco Bell sent us a bunch of money for us to go wild at the drive-thru at Taco Bell. I know that sounds confusing, concerning. You may be a bit jealous.
No, you're all super fucking jealous right now. Anybody out there who likes Taco Bell, picture this. Picture this. One card.
One stack.
One. Let's call it a gift card, right? One gift card, $10.
Yeah.
We have 1,000 of them.
Maybe not 1,000,
Okay,
but close to it.
we have like a couple hundred of them. We have multiple hundreds of dollars worth of Taco Bell credit. I wonder if that technically makes us shareholders.
Probably.
I think so.
I would do it. I've said in the past, this is so sad, but the first burrito I had outside of living at home was at Taco Bell.
Outside of home?
Yeah.
A non-mother's made burrito?
Yeah.
Was Taco Bell? Wow.
Yeah, I was used to just having...
Which one was better?
Well, Taco Bell, as far as a burrito goes, it is just Taco Bell. I mean, everything at Taco Bell tastes like Taco Bell, but I like that.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Yeah, I am too. I vote for that. I think that their burritos are particularly not my favorite of all of their food.
Don't.
I'm not.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not trash talking Taco Bell here.
No,
I'm
it's
having
fine, it's
opinions
fine.
about Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
I
don't really mess with the burritos. I go with the weird items.
I haven't had burritos. Last time I had burritos was I was hanging out with a friend back in like college or something. Hadley Davis, a friend of mine. Sorry, I just used your full name. You're out there now. You're out there, buddy. We were throwing not microwave burritos. That was a different time. Taco Bell burritos at cars as I drove by in Livermore.
throwing burritos.
Burritos.
So
yeah.
you're one. So do you think you threw one at a car that ended up ending somebody's life?
No.
With a
No.
free-hole explosion.
Hell no. And it was like downtown Livermore. Nobody's driving faster than 30 miles an hour over there or something. It was totally fine.
Burrito
It was
blaster.
just fun.
Burrito
shenanigans. Little childlike shenanigans. We bought we would get like $30 worth of Taco Bell burritos. Just travel around and throw them at people from the bush.
You want to know something really fucking wasteful?
Yeah.
My sister.
Throwing Taco Bell burritos.
Well, yeah, that is one. But my sister, she is a huge Taco Bell fan, and I found
Yeah.
this out recently that her and her husband, they will go to Taco Bell.
Yep.
Because now we're big kids. Now we're adults. She'll
Right.
go to Taco Bell and buy nearly all of the items on the fucking menu,
Oh, man.
and then they'll just kind of nibble at whatever they want and toss the rest.
She's one of those.
How dare you?
she's one
How
of those-
dare you?
She's one of those everything orderers. She's like,
This is a privileged order
listen,
happening now.
This may be the last time you ever have anything. You have to like do it up. You never know if you're gonna have Taco Bell again. And
Yeah,
it's-
you do.
Well, let's be real. You know you will. If
Gonna
you
have
live to see tomorrow. If you don't croak in your sleep.
Taco Bell with that taco
If you
smell.
don't get food poisoning from your Taco Bell tonight, you can have Taco Bell tomorrow.
What do you think about that? What do you think about the hot sauces? I think the mild sauce is by far the best flavor of sauce.
You know what? I have to agree with you on the flavor, but lately, because when we not too long ago spent some of our taco credits on many tacos, we also got way too many hot sauce packets, and I don't like throwing away condiment packets. That's this weird
Yeah.
thing for me.
Don't do it.
Anytime I go to any fast food place and they give me too much ketchup,
Value sauce.
that shit, I'm picking it out of there. I'm putting it in a drawer. I'm shutting the drawer.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
But wait, does ketchup need to go in the fridge, or does it?
No.
Or it can live just in
Not
a.
until you open the packet. It's like a can.
I never understood
It's
that
like a
concept.
little squishy can
That's
of ketchup.
so weird, right?
I mean, I think.
I just got some Parmesan cheese the other day at the
Yeah.
store, and it's like you buy it not in the refrigerated area,
Yeah.
but then when you open it, you need to put it in the fridge. It just seems like
you
it's
just
two different,
exposed it to the elements.
two different lifestyles for that
You just
Parmesan.
let the gases in there, and the bacterias and the viruses.
What do you think? That reminds me of the group that used to play in with our buddy Brendan, who's here also behind the scenes.
Oh, that's
which
right.
The band, which has the best band name, the Parmesans.
The Parmesans. Oh man.
Remember hearing the story of why they were called that, because it was there was no plural for Parmesan. Parmesans.
The Parmesans. Yes. That was a fun band. That was a fun band to be in for a minute. Yeah. Before that, though, it was a band called Fred and His Chopping Knives.
Really?
Yeah. Like Frederick Chopin. Slight take on the name of Frederick Chopin. Did that just completely go by you?
No, I just was
No.
lost in some other thought.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I don't think it's that great of a name either, and that's why I assumed it did.
No, I just think the Parmesans is a particularly good name.
Parmesans is a way better name.
Yeah.
Way better band. Not around anymore. Too bad. Look them up, though. They got some shit on Bandcamp and stuff.
That's true.
They got some stuff. So, yeah, what else did we do in Montana that was fun while we were making the song we played a few minutes ago?
I remember one of the guys that was housing us, we went out to dinner with them one night, and he hunts elk.
Yep.
And didn't know that I was a lifelong vegetarian, and I didn't want him to know that. I wanted him to tell me in all of the glory detail about the experience of hacking down the elk and bringing it back home, and he just totally
I
laid it
remember
into me.
that.
It was very interesting.
I remember that conversation. That was interesting.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
then you walked away from that thinking,
No.
no, not at all.
No, I think
okay.
just
Okay.
I have respect for the process.
I understand.
Yeah.
Mutual respect.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. We did stay in the house with the elk hunting gentleman. We also, and I think Jax was actually his dog. Now that I think about it. And then there was what did we do? We shot BB guns. I shot a lot of BBs, pellets, while we were there. Remember that?
We have a lot of I think footage from that. We'll throw that up on the screen.
Yeah,
at some
we should
point.
share some of that. It was just really beautiful there. I also remember being, when you're like in a place like that for more than a couple of days,
Yeah.
it sort of starts to, I don't know, it's different depending on where you are, especially, but like it wasn't a desert, it's Montana, it's not the desert, but it's like open spaces with light vegetation. It was pretty cold.
Yeah.
It was like barren slightly. I mean, there's trees everywhere, but it's a certain type of tree. You can't go outside and like roll around in the grass or anything. I think like when you're in a place like that for a long time, it kind of changes you slightly.
Absolutely.
You know, kind of makes the vibes, shifts the vibes a little bit. I remember there was like a moment where, or maybe it was just a couple days in, where, you know, the isolation either is really good or really bad at that point. It's like you've either like can use it. I think now I'd be much more able to just like use it. But at the time it was kind of my first time being in an isolated environment, just the two of us out in the middle of nowhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
we had done some stuff like that before, but never like that.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
I remember. Yeah, that's cool. I remember sending an email out to discover that place. I want to go back there.
I do as well. I do as well want to go back there.
Yeah,
It's a long way away though. Can't just drive over there.
you can. That's what we did.
Well, you can't just.
You just get in the car. We went and we played at a high school with a bunch of kids that put a giant stage together for us.
Oh yeah.
We cruised through Montana,
It was awesome.
Montanita.
Ooh, I just smelled some tobacco. Oh,
Egan, what's going on?
Keep your passcode for your phone.
oh, we should say that on the air.
3280. I'm gonna edit that out. Okay.
I just smelled some tobacco.
Tobacco?
Tobacco.
Wacky tobacco?
Not the wacky style, the normal style tobacco.
Yeah.
Have you ever smoked a cigarette?
I have not. Have you ever smoked a cigar?
Many times.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What's the high like of that?
Too much. Way too much for me. Nicotine high is, for me, because I'm not a consistent smoker, is way more than like I guess.
But is it a similar feeling to being high on weed or
No.
no?
No, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I you know, there's plenty of people listening to this who smoke. So I think when you smoke cigarettes for a while, it doesn't have much of effect on you anymore. Obviously, like you get the tolerance build up and stuff. You got to smoke more. But like a cigar is so much nicotine. You aren't even supposed to inhale them. From what I understand,
I've heard that.
you're not supposed to inhale it. I didn't know that. Inhaling. I used to go after school. My friend and I would go down to the cigarette smoke shop, whatever, and buy like
The smoke shop?
The smoke shop, and buy some really choice cigars. Then we'd sit out in his backyard and smoke them and get really sick. I remember that. This is like before the weed days. Like once I discovered weed and like realized, oh, it's not. Drop my phone. It's not a big deal. I can smoke marijuana. It's not going to end my life or anybody else's.
Though sometimes you may feel that your life is about to end.
I suppose in certain cases it can get a little out of hand. But before I discovered marijuana, I was.
There's a good story with that.
Oh yes.
This is a place.
Which one?
When we were living in, I don't know if I was living in that Berkeley apartment, but there.
Oh, we didn't tell the story already.
What's that?
I don't think we told the story already.
No.
Okay.
When you had a, you tell it.
All right, well, I think I know which one you're talking about. I had like an edible or something.
No.
Was it edible?
Oh yeah.
It was an edible, and I didn't realize how hefty that thing was going to be, and serious it was going to be. I think at 1 a.m. or something, I woke up just high as fucking hell, and could not. I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
It's the fucking worst feeling
I thought I was
ever.
my heart was going. If I had to guess, I'd say it was beating at like 200 plus BPM or
Whoa.
something. It was just so intense, and I couldn't breathe very well. I was like having a hard time like forcing myself to breathe. So then I went and got in the shower and laid down on the bottom of the shower in a fetal position and turned the water on and laid there for like an hour.
Okay, I have my well, I have a couple of those recently.
I think I would enjoy that now because I know how to handle it now. But that was a long time
You
ago.
think that being that high?
Yeah. Oh, I've been that high many times since. I'm just saying, at the time I wasn't experienced. I didn't know it was going to happen. I almost called my mom because she's a nurse practitioner and was like, Mom, I think I'm going to die. I love you. Thank you for everything. But
Adios.
But now I know, all you got to do is just like go have a glass of wine and sit on the couch and put on a movie and you'll be all right.
Well,
You'll be all right, my baby.
When a couple months ago, I was going to a friend's birthday party at a bar, and I was really excited because there's a lot of people I wanted to see that I hadn't seen for a while, and a lot of cool, interesting people to talk with. And I was having these edibles at home, these small little guys on a regular basis. I thought I was very comfortable with it, and then I had one and was driving over there, which I wouldn't recommend doing that. It had not kicked in, so I was safe.
You were chill.
I was very comfortable.
You're still on the planet Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I arrived, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel this a little bit more. And I went in and I was having a conversation with somebody and having a great conversation. But then I realized I was starting to get lost in
Right.
my words and confused.
Time was slowing down.
Confused on what was going on, and I did not like that feeling.
Yeah.
So
I know that feeling, man.
So I ended up going in my car and just laying there for 4 hours straight because I could not handle talking with people. Lesson learned. Exactly.
Here, you can have some of this if you want. A little bit of that guy. Yeah, I mean, I've had since that story I told, I've had many very, very high experiences. One of which I had a cartridge explode into my mouth, like a weed pen cartridge. That is actually higher than anything else has ever gotten me. Was that experience? So even other drugs included. So. Anywho, anybody out there who is thinking about it, definitely just jump in the deep end and have like a 300 milligram edible and see what happens.
Stars of death.
Yes, right. Yeah, I mean, so you've never smoked a cigarette or had tobacco?
No, I have not had a cigarette
never had
yet.
That experience.
I haven't had a cigarette yet, and I remember my dad giving me he had a cigar,
Yeah.
and to make it clear to me that I did not want to fuck with that, he let me take a puff of it. I don't even know if it was lit.
He was smoking it? He was like
He
on the
must
back
have
with
been.
his boys,
He-
just smoking stogies?
It was just, I remember it was in our
Or
front
does he
yard.
just smoke? Did he just smoke?
No, he smoked cigarettes from when he was a teenager until he
got it.
passed away. Yeah,
Got it.
he had always smoked.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember a time not smoking.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
That's
grew up
cool.
I grew up in a smoking household.
That's cool and like I know that it's cool. Not like it's cool to smoke cigarettes, guys. I'm just saying.
It makes me not uncomfortable with the smell of cigarette smoke unless it's very overpowering.
Oh,
then
you have
it's-
like a negative association with the smell.
I have positive associations with lightly positive with the smell of cigarette smoke,
Yeah.
as well as gas from the gas station. That's a very positive.
That's one of the most
Sensation.
positive smells you can possibly experience, I think. That and the fresh dishwasher opening.
Oh, that's,
You know that smell?
I don't. That's an interesting one.
Oh, come on. You have to experience the fresh dishwasher smell. You open that thing up, the
Yeah,
steam
actually-
like
yeah, I
engulfs
know that.
your face. Take a big whiff
It's
of
like a
that.
moist, soapy oven.
Oh God, it's so good. It's like you're in like a forest, like a jungle of cleanliness.
I'll have to try that maybe later tonight.
I'm sorry you don't know what that's like.
Maybe I'll wash some things and stick my head in there.
Yeah, you have a dishwasher.
Yeah.
You have one of them.
Yep. I'm
This is an
fortunate.
opportunity, I'd say. What other good smells are out there? Like the ones not like fabricated smells, but just naturally occurring smells. What
Oh.
are some quality smells that we enjoy or don't enjoy?
Quality smells?
I can say I don't like the smell of pond scum.
What is pond scum?
Or like, remember Lake Merritt? We used to live in Oakland.
pond scum.
Or like lake gunk.
That's because there are
Lake
bodies in there.
Shiz.
Bodies and geese. Caca.
Water squeam. I don't want any of that.
Cockadoo
Yeah.
filling up that shit. Yeah.
That's one of the worst smells ever. Like I love the ocean. I love water, bodies of water. But that smell in particular will drive me away.
Walking around Lake Merritt in Oakland when we lived there, Ozzy would eat the fuck out of that goose shit.
Oh, gooseberries.
Vile.
Yeah.
Can
Okay,
we-
so anybody who doesn't know, Lake Merritt's this lake that's in the middle, man-made lake, right? Pretty sure it's man-made.
I think so.
Yeah, I think most of them are. Man-made lake in the middle of Oakland, and it's a Lake Merritt area, and there are a shit ton of geese. There are so many geese. It's just like albatross and geese everywhere, and they'll run after you. They'll hiss at you.
I wonder if they will bite.
They'll get territorial. I used to run around that thing all the time, and occasionally you'd just be like, "Oh, I'm not going there. I'm not going that path. There's way too many geese. They're intimidating."
I went with our buddy Isaac on a couple when we filmed the tidal wave video. We had these boosted
Yeah.
boards in hand, and we took those boosted boards and cruised around that lake. It was the most fucking fun thing. But I have a video clip of us cruising past some dude, and he called us like a fucking like a loser or pussy or something. I don't know as we were going by, but it was so much fun. I forget what he said, or he maybe just said "fuck you" or something.
Those boards hadn't been properly experienced by everybody at that point. I feel like they were still pretty new, a pretty new concept for urban areas. Everybody's got a
I
boosted
feel like
board
they
now.
still are.
No, I know. I'm just saying now.
We don't
now
see the boosted the electric skateboards as much down in LA. They're much more of the up in the Bay.
I've seen a few.
Really?
I've seen a few, but I've seen way more of
Bay.
the one wheel.
See, the
one wheel guy.
The one wheel doesn't make any sense to me.
I have to disagree.
Why would you need? Why risk your life for a journey down to get a coffee.
You're risking your life either way. You're gonna get on 4 wheels versus one really like thick wheel. I feel it's the same thing.
Thick wheel.
I think you got one big sturdy thick wheel that's gonna take you where you need to go. I like that better. I like boards. I'm a snowboarder, skateboarder. I'm a skater. I don't know if you knew that.
I also have a video clip. I don't know if I still have this, but of you getting beamed in the dome by a snowball when we played a show up in Tahoe.
Oh yeah, that was such a good shot. Oh
and
man.
then you
No. What happened? What happened was I ate massive shit on the snowboard. Right, like I was cruising and I smashed really hard. I caught an edge, is what it's called, and I smashed into the thing, and I was in a lot of pain.
Fucking yourself up.
And then I think it's right, getting fucked. And then I think Isaac was snowboarding by and was making fun of me or something. I don't remember what he said, but I picked up a snowball.
You big idiot.
Yeah, something like that. And I lobbed that thing. I don't know. I think at that point he was 30 feet, 40 feet away.
Oh, you lobbed it.
I threw it, and it hit him perfectly.
Oh, okay.
In the head, in the cabeza.
All right, we'll check that clip out and make sure.
Yeah,
I think that sounds
we definitely
right
still have that somewhere. And then I couldn't snowboard. That was the first run of the day. Do you remember that? That was my first run, man, of fresh powder. And I had to go to the fucking doctor's office and get my X-ray and just sit there and take Advil. I thought I had a cracked rib. Come to find out, I'm just a big pussy. It's fine. I caught an edge. I think I'd be okay on the big thick wheel. That would be good for me, though.
Well, I think we're at the end. We're doing these at 30 minutes now instead of an hour. Just
right.
keep shit tight. Keep the ship moving.
That's right. I'm running out of...
5 minutes if you wanna. 5 minutes.
All right.
I'm gonna interrupt for a second because we have 3 minutes of the thing playing back. So that's another thing added to it.
Gotcha.
I know it says 30.
So we got 2 minutes.
I have 31 minutes on this camera going right now.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
All right, I'm just gonna wrap it up with the tape thing, and Skylar will do the same thing when we get off of it. Are you good for droning still? Good on the drone?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna wrap it. I'm just gonna do it. You explain it. You want to explain it, and I'll just do it in the background.
Put the tube?
Yeah.
Sure.
So
So I guess we're getting kind of close to that time, huh?
yeah, I'm gonna pop this tape out, pop it in the tube.
So what we like to do here at Midi Moments, Midi Matilda times, is we like to take this here tube, and we like to put the tape in it, and then we like to hide the tube, and then we want you guys to go find it. And the reason we want you to go find it is, we think it would be fun for you. We would like to make a fun thing for you to do with your friends and family, but also your dog or whatever, And then you can you could hit us up and say, "Hey, I found this. I was the person that found this," and then we'll give you stuff. There'll be some prizes involved in that. What are some of the prizes we've been?
I don't know.
We've been sort of tossing
to
things
figure that out.
off the top of our dome. We've just been kind of throwing out prizes out there, but we will actually have something for you. If you legit find this thing, we will have something for you. Okay.
All right. Let's go put this somewhere. God bless and good night.